Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and happy pre-order week for the February Crafty Stamp Co. release. There is a bunch of inspiration coming on my channel, and you may have already seen it as on the 20th, I was using those products as well for the Also Inspired card that I did. So if you're interested in seeing more kittens, definitely check that out. But today, I thought that we would just jump in and work with the Let's Party paper that's also in the collection. The first two cards you've likely seen from me were they were very Valentine's Day themed, so I thought it would be fun to do something that was, a little bit less Valentine's Day. If it's not your vibe. If you like Valentine's Day, any of these cards you can do with that. So I started out with a top folding A2 and grabbed a bunch of paper. So these are both, this is all from the Let's Party collection. These are 2 by 3, and then this is your standard 4 by 5.5 inch. And as you can see, they're very bright, vibrant colors, and that's why we're working with a white card base. And then sort of the interesting piece here are these, which are so the top piece here is 2.5. Well, it is yeah, 2.5 by 2.25 by 3.25. Sorry, and then we have a half-inch glue tab on it. And this is going to really sort of form the interesting part of this card. And then just to decorate the inside, I thought that it would be cute to grab one of our little kittens that we colored. And I think that what I'm going to do is just sort of put them here just so there's a little something on the inside to play with. And this is from Love and Kittens, I believe. Let me just make sure I know what the names of things are. Kittens and Kisses. So these are from Kittens and Kisses. So let us play around here. This is a card I originally saw a variant of from Rhonda Wade, and I really liked it. So the first thing we're going to do is turn this over. Um, this is going to ultimately fit here, but what we're going to do is use these to make little flaps that will go over it. So we're basically going to figure out where we want these and then glue them like that, and then glue the pattern paper down, which basically means we can use less paper here, essentially. And you can do this with dry adhesive or wet. I think I will go dry adhesive today, but it is up to you. Oops. And just going to reinforce my fold a little bit. And we can decide, I kind of like this side better, so I am going to, it probably doesn't matter, I guess, because this is a symmetrical piece that I cut. But I'm going to fold that down and then I'm going to just burnish this to make sure that this will lay flat and that the adhesive is there. There we go. That's going to be sort of one of our places. And then we will do the same thing here. We basically just need to tack these down since we're going to use adhesive on the this total, this main panel in a second. I'm just going to sort of even out my spacing here. In the original card I saw, used a lot of die cutting and coloring to sort of put on these panels. I thought it would be really cool to just have our pattern paper do the work, because I think this particular happy birthday paper is just really fun. So we're going to wind up with having it looking like this essentially. But I'm going to get this attached to the card first. I'm just going to do that in the same way. And I am curious if you guys would like to see more coloring because I can definitely show it, but typically I haven't just because if you're not into coloring, it's a lot to watch while you're waiting for the rest of the card to get made. So now I'm just going to glue this down on the front here. That will accomplish two things. It'll decorate our front, but it will also anchor these flaps down. So you have sort of this is kind of a fun card because you have these inside pieces that you could write things in. And then you also have like the normal inside of the card. So It's kind of neat because it winds up with a lot going on. You could certainly make one of these panels, the sentiment, and the other panel sort of your focal image. And you can make these different sizes as well. The original inspiration piece I saw sort of did the technique of using one of these for your focal image. So like rather than what we did, you could have certainly stamped on here and then put something like this, right? Like probably not. You probably want to decorate give it more of a background, but like you could do something like that. And that would be a lot of fun. But I really like this particular pattern paper, so I thought that I wanted to just use that and see how this came out. I always like inspiration cards personally that if you're having a day where you're, not super into wanting to have a huge project, but you really just want to do some crafting just to sort of relax. This kind of a card I always find really nice. And then we have, I'm not going to do anything with these today, but you could definitely put more pattern paper here, or you can write messages, or you can actually, you could put little scenes on here too. So, like if you had a cat on the front here, when you opened it up, you could have more stuff as well. So, it's a nice sort of surprise area. And here we are. We have a really fun happy birthday party card. Uh, I didn't mention it, but you can actually put things down here and then have these flaps hide it. So like when you open it up, there can be surprises. I really like the surprise element of this. And then when you open it up, it's your standard top folding A2. It will definitely stand up as they do if you want that. And if you want these to lay a little bit flatter, you could always use like temporary adhesive or Velcro or something if you wanted it to do that. But I suspect once it goes through the mail, these will be pretty flat. Anyway, that's the card for today. And if you have thoughts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. And also, next to there, you'll find a description box with links to all the products. Talk to you guys later and have a great rest of your day.